And welcome to this very orange Banter Blitz show. Yeah, only after wearing the shirt I recognize that we actually have some orange here in the screen. It's kind of funny. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed the World Cup so far and are happy to do something else. Yeah, watch some other sport. So I'm ready to do some Banter Blitz. Yeah, make sure to check the 15% discount with my code. Yeah, the voucher code, ChessExplained. So let's get rolling. Okay. So should I go with some particular concept? I don't know. I'm going to play the Drunken Lawyer. I know I've played him quite a bit, but I haven't played him for a while. So let's do it. I'm ready for the Petrov. He does not go for the Petrov. Oh, the Belgrade Gambit. Okay. Yeah, but this is not a great opening, but it's the kind of thing, I mean, it's clear that this is good for black, but, well, how exactly is this going to continue is the thing, yeah? Everybody knows it's good for black, but why exactly? Okay, this doesn't look very threatening, but it also doesn't look like it's terrible for white. Yes, when I saw that orange shirt, I was thinking, yes, yeah, the Netherlands are unfortunately absent from the World Cup, so I have to do something about that. If I go bishop to b6, I just recognize that he's got the move d6. Okay, I still go there. Okay, I thought d6 would be interesting. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think this should be quite good for me, right? My pieces are far more active. I wonder if I have some tactic, actually. If I look at this. My idea was that after... Okay, I only looked at... this is still probably not bad. I wanted to go queen to d7, but then bishop b5 is hitting. It's a bit annoying, really. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay, but I'm not really... Don't have anything substantial. Yeah, this I like. Getting some view on the c2 pawn. Now my idea is queen to f5. Yeah, I think this is an interesting try. I'm attacking d5 twice. c4, I'm grabbing b2, and if he takes b5, d5 just drops. Isn't it? I thought it just drops. Or does he have some c4? No. So I'm winning this pawn. Gift me the pawn. Okay, yeah, knight takes isn't exactly a happy move, but okay. Idea to go f4. Yeah, I don't really see what he's doing there. If he moves the f-pawn, I have knight e3 and take on c2. That's a complete disaster. Okay. If I take a3, is there a discovery? Knight takes f4 maybe. So let's cover it. Oh, ouch. I didn't see that one. I mean, okay, it's not completely terrible for me. What about this move, by the way? Yeah, let's do that. Knight a4, knight e1 is a win. Now the knight is trapped. What are those sounds? What are you doing there? The knight is trapped. And it remains trapped, actually, if I take or just retreat. It still has no square. b2 is also covered by the knight. Yeah, thanks for the game, the drunken lawyer. Okay. Oh, Schelling has challenged me. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Another Caro. No. Let's do something else. I don't even know what he does against it. The Nimzo. Probably. Oh, Queen's Gambit declined. Yeah, the problem here is that he actually knows something. And I don't. I absolutely don't. Yeah, 94. That is an interesting line. It definitely is. F5. Is G5 a threat? What about knight to b5? He's completely irritating me with this. What's going on here? Knight c7. Then e5 or what? Then he's got e5. Bloody. He's got e5. Cool. Well, that's pretty awful, actually. Yeah, he has won the opening battle here. I mean, I'm not sure how bad my position is. Probably it's not so bad, but but time-wise, that was pretty much a disaster. G5 was what? What are you doing to me, Schelling? Is that really bad? I mean, I kind of wonder what that is. G5, G4. What's the problem here? Well, I could take with a pawn. What am I overlooking? I mean, it just looks terrible for black, to be honest. It looks terrible. Okay, take this. He has to take with a pawn. Maybe bishop e8 or something. I still don't believe it. Okay, how am I going to continue this? Just double here or something. It must be bad. It must be bad for black. I mean, taking on d6, no. Can't believe that should work. He's a very inventive tactical player, so you never know what's going to happen. He has won a fair amount of games against me from bad positions. Yeah, I do understand, but let's do this. F6 is hanging, first of all. Okay. I take this. Let's take this first. Knight takes, rook takes. Yeah, it looks pretty terrible, but is it winning? Is it winning? Knight d7, rook f4, it's doesn't look like a complete disaster. I don't know. Okay. My idea is actually d7. d7, knight d7, queen e7. That would be winning. Now I'm threatening to take f8 and then promoting. I should be winning. Okay, he's covering that one, but I can take here, right? Queen takes is a bit more showy, but that does the job. Iran Spain is without any goals. First half. Okay. Okay. Is he going king to g7 here, maybe? Is that... Yeah. But probably I just go back and prevent all the checks. Looks like a sensible way of doing it. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for the game, Schelling. That was a tough game. I mean, I really don't know the opening. I know that 94 is what they do nowadays, but I never looked at it, unfortunately. Okay. So who else? Logical Nonsense. That's a funny name. Yeah, I bet 4-1 in favor of Spain. That's looking... It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Yeah, 94 is an interesting variation. In the Schelling-Ford game. Yeah, and this is, I know this is a theoretical line, but I don't know anything. They sometimes sacrifice the exchange, but that's not going to happen now. Okay, let's do something crazy. The term logical nonsense is probably not such a bad term for what I'm doing here. It is probably nonsense, but there is some logic. I mean, I'm trying to trap the bishop. F4, that doesn't work. And I also cannot take on b2. Yeah, it looks pretty awful, actually. My idea is bishop to b5 to being able to take the knight on c4 if that comes to c4, but it looks really ugly. I mean, I'm not a Benoni player. It shows. It really does show. Just queen c2 is excellent for white. Pooh. Yeah. And I cannot go bishop b5 because f5 hangs. Okay. If I take a5, he's going to snap g5. What a bloody disaster. What a disaster. Yeah, you should not play the modern Benoni with no clue. Like I did in this game. Wow, that is remarkably terrible in this position. I don't see a playable move, to be honest. Once the knight hits c4, it goes to b6. That is absolutely awful. Yeah, I have to do something. That's absolutely atrocious, this position. Yeah, Schelling, you're probably right. I think G5 was a bit too much. And if he goes B4 now, I'm simply completely lost. At least, come on, you're not making a draw here, right? Okay. Yeah, you can just drop it back to c1 or something. I mean, okay, you can. No, I was thinking to sacrifice on c5, but that's also a silly idea. Okay, yeah, knight d7, but what? Also terrible. Let's do this. I mean, I have the worst rook ever on a7. Oh my goodness. This is a game where you would easily estimate that my actual playing strength is like none, yeah, like 0. It looks completely ridiculous. I mean, I completely misplayed that opening. Ugh. Wow. Bishop e6. Okay. Nah. Doesn't really matter. Knight takes d6, huh? Remarkable, this position, how bad that is. No, I mean, the modern Benoni is a very difficult opening, really. That's not the kind of thing that you just play. I mean, even that I didn't see. Yeah, wow. That was one of the worst games ever. Yeah, nah, you cannot just play g5, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I knew that it is not going to be a great move, but it's just like No. It just does not work. Adimirim from Albania. Okay. Adimirim. Okay. Yeah, and I think my opponent did a really good job there. Logical nonsense. At least it looked like a complete whipping. Yeah. Yeah, G5 was bad. Really bad. Yeah, that is the H3 Najdorf in a pretty good version actually for white. Yeah, maybe I could have played knight f5, even the move before, but even here it's not bad. And all of a sudden my bishop on g2 has gone to legendary status. Is the bishop misplaced on e6? I wouldn't say really misplaced is the right word. It just that line is not great. Simply, you should probably here you should go h5 and stop g4. Yeah, that is a 3-minute game. I have to be alert. Yeah, g5 is just around the corner. Still going to do it, I guess, or yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay, now if I go g6, he's going to take f5. I can go f6 or take h6. Or I keep the pawn. And then he's got queen to c6. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Forward. F is for forward. f6. Well, that must be excellent. Okay. Bishop g5. Oh, Drunkenlaw says he'll start to watch Game of Thrones today. Like you never saw a single episode, or? Oh, that's made. Is there a quicker mate than the one that I see? No, probably not. I have seen one, the very first, and it was excellent actually, but I did not really. It just didn't work. Yeah, that series started to kick off right when I started my chess business, and I was so busy with that, so I didn't really catch that. The whole series. Who am I going to play? Das Kapital lesen. I only have played him once. I've seen Breaking Bad, but not the final. I didn't see the final two. What is it called? Seasons. I should really do that because I loved the first three. I've seen some series absolutely every episode. What I saw every episode of is Seinfeld, which I started to watch after I watched Curb Your Enthusiasm. That's also something that I saw every single episode of. But it wasn't like that's not so many episodes. Okay, so what is going on here? C5 maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Nice, opening it up. Like Queen e4 coming. I can do that. Maybe he's going to play d5 then. Queen e4. I definitely have f5. That doesn't really hurt all that much. I wonder if Queen Knight b3 is actually a move. Tough. I can just take h7. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, he doesn't do it. Okay. I also watched quite a bit of Dexter, but I didn't watch also the final two seasons. I'm not sure. I think I didn't see the final two seasons. And I watched every single episode, I think, of 24 when that was on. That was extremely thrilling. Yeah, 24, yeah. Jack Bauer, Kiefer Sutherland, the stuff. I don't like my position. I'm really not doing a great job today. One interesting idea for him here is d6. Killing off my knight, but okay, my bishop gets a bit stronger then on b7. He's taking it. Interesting. I have h6, the only square for that queen. I think I'm getting out of this a little bit. No, in fact, I don't watch any German TV. The only German TV show that I watched, and I think actually also completely, that's true, was Stromberg. I watched that completely. That's the German version basically of The Office. The same concept at least. Rook takes g7. That's a dirty plan. That's a dirty plan. Yeah, it's still nil. What the heck? Yeah. Spain is not going to beat Iran. That sounds a bit weird. No, I have not seen Black Mirror. I have not seen any TV show like that started in the last 4 years or something like that. Yeah, I should watch Kojak. Yeah, I understand. Okay, but how am I going to win this game? Oh, now Spain scored, okay. The knight on c7 is an absolutely bad piece. Bad. Maybe I can play queen to d8 and use the d file. Probably. Yeah, in the German dub version, Kojak was always saying entzückend. I really wonder what he said in the original US version. You have plenty of options to translate that. Could be like great or fantastic or yeah, whatever, marvelous. Yeah, it could be anything. Okay, so that didn't work out for him. But how am I now winning this thing? Knight still sucks. He says marvelous. Yeah, okay, that's probably cool. That's a cool one. I don't know what to do here. Oh. It's going to end in some time problem. Yeah, and I won that. That was a tough game, really. Whew. Yeah, thanks for the game. Das Kapital lesen. Okay. Volunteer, okay. Yeah, marvelous. Kojak says marvelous. Yeah, thanks for the chat here. Volunteer says good luck, and I hope you'll enjoy the game. Don't quite remember how I play this. I don't quite remember how I play this thing. I don't want to take right now. I mean, I don't think it's bad to do, but looks kind of odd. Kind of odd. Somehow b1 feels odd for queen b6 and things like that. A little bit strange. I don't know what's going on here. By the way, we had the word marvelous, yeah, and I have a really funny little story there. It's hard to tell how I got to that, but sometimes I just browse Wikipedia, and with no particular goal, and I kind of learn things randomly, and somehow I got to the article about a boxer, and that is Marvin Hagler. Yeah, he was extremely strong in the 80s and early 90s, having a really excellent record there, and he had the nickname Marvelous. Yeah, Marvin Marvelous Hagler, and for some reason, when they did the ring announcements, somehow the announcer didn't want to announce the Marvelous, and he was so pissed about that he actually had his name legally changed to Marvelous as the first name. I find that a really funny idea. So they had to announce the Marvelous. There was no alternative because it was his real name. Yeah, how on earth are you doing that? It's extremely funny, I think. And why is that a legal name? Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of worried about d4 and bishop b4. Therefore, I went a3, keeping the tension. Yeah, marvelous. Yeah, the other way around is probably correct. You're right. Okay, so I can do this, and I can go bishop h7. It's a bit weird. I shouldn't pre-move that. Yeah, that pin on the knight is extremely annoying. Yeah, maybe he has to do it. But the extremely open king position now spells trouble. Am I not just taking that? I ran scored, that's funny. Okay, anyway, I'm just centralizing this. When did they start? They started at 8, right? So they've got like 20 something minutes to go. Remarkable. What did Iran do in the first match actually? I think they didn't they what was that? Some sort of tie, right? Against Morocco or something? Ah, they won that match even. Now, that's crazy. Maybe Iran is qualifying for the knockout stage. It would be nice. Or I know it would. I know it's nice, but it would be pretty sensational. Okay, f3 doesn't really do all that much. I'm not sure about all this. Okay, let's kick this away. Okay, now I get this knight onto d4. Okay, no go. That's bad. Yeah, this is a pretty uncomfortable position for black. He does not have any single active idea. Maybe he can try to trap my rook, but doesn't look very likely. Oh, that I'm taking. And therefore, okay, yeah, thanks for the game. Volunteer. I mean, you volunteered, right? Who is that? Ah, yeah, that's a creative way of writing or spelling is the right thing. Chess. Yeah, we got the bishop b5 check line, the Moscow variation. I tried to find out when I was compiling my e4 repertoire whether it is called the Moscow variation. I didn't find out. I really have no idea why this has this name. But there are some of those cases. The same, I think, is with Kalashnikov. It's, I think, entirely unclear why that name is actually used. Okay. I wonder if he's got a b5 now. That is maybe possible. Yeah, I was thinking that his knights are so weirdly placed that I can actually play this way, but maybe I'm wrong. No, I think it's called Moscow variation anyway. Doesn't really have anything to do with that match, that Kasparov versus the world. I'm threatening now knight to d5. That e5 I think probably was wrong. This is the end. My only friend, the end. Yeah, that's the end of the game, I think. Threatens mate and d5 is hanging. Yeah, that's the end of the game. The recommendation was Najdorf for advanced players by Niklas. Okay. Yeah, thanks for the game, El Ajadres, something like that. Okay, who else on? Alan Thomason. I haven't played him actually. So let's go. Maybe c4. I haven't done that for a while, and I should probably for the final 30 minutes switch the light on a little bit. It's going to be, it's getting a bit dark, but I think I did a good job here with the tea. I had enough tea brewed beforehand. Yeah, I'm going for the c4, e4 setup, the so-called Botvinnik setup. That's an almost universally playable setup in this opening line. Let's see what he's going to do. Sometimes black plays for the b5 break. It seems like that is his idea. Okay, I don't think it is that much of an issue though. If he goes b5, I can take rook c1. That looks okay. Knight b6, I'm not quite sure where he's going with that. I mean, that is covering a7, it was hanging that pawn, but that's more of a... Yeah, that is like one move that is not connected to any particular concept, I think. Yeah, I have knight d5, but it's not extremely effective. Knight d5, c takes, and I'm attacking the queen and the bishop. Okay, I mean, he cannot go d5 anyway, so there is no real rush to do anything here. Yeah, this is now coming with the tempo, but f4 is threatening f5, and that wins a bishop. So there is some concrete reaction needed now, like g6 for example. Yeah, okay, it doesn't go g6. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just going to pawn storm here the king side. This is one of the key ideas of the Botvinnik setup with c4 and e4. You're really making sure that the central structure is very, very solid, and then you try to play on the flanks, like I'm doing here. h4, he might have knight h7. Okay, it's not the end of the world. Let's see. Okay. Thanks for the message, Drunken Lawyer. Where is that happening in Duisburg? I'm just wondering if I know the place. It's quite likely, maybe. Restaurant Bolero. No, I don't know that one. Okay, I cannot know all the restaurants in Duisburg, but I would have expected one of the places near the university where the students are mostly mostly hang around. Okay, it's many good solutions. He's given me a piece, but the attack is the main problem. I'm going to attack with everything that I have, and I have quite a number of pieces. Let's win the queen first. Okay, yeah, thanks for the game, Alan Thomason. Okay. Rocky Brocky, but he's not a premium. That's not going to work. We have a Ganymedes, a high-rated player. Yeah, thanks for being around, Easy Rider. I played some g6 business earlier. Let's try that again. Yeah, this is not a particularly fantastic opening for black, but it is definitely leading to some unconventional positions. that can be interesting to play. Okay. I really don't want to see h5 coming. Okay. How is he developing everything here? It's not quite clear to me. I have a pretty wacky idea. If he goes, he doesn't do it. Bishop h3. I wanted to play f5. Really unconventional position. I wonder if d5 is actually a move. I mean, I have knight to e5. Yeah, Bolero is in the Duisburg Innenstadt, the inner city part of Duisburg. Okay, I will check out. At least that's not. It's not held at the Fat Mexican. Yeah, my idea was to play b5, which is probably bonkers, but let's do it. That was one idea. I actually wonder, maybe he can take a8. Oh, he doesn't. It doesn't do it like that. Yeah, here I actually have d5, which is, I think, an idea. No, it's not. I should actually focus him and not just talk nonsense the whole time. Okay, if I go d5, yeah, he has knight d5. Take. Okay. So knight takes here. I can probably just castle. Okay, he takes this. No, I'm okay here, I think. Like, actually, knight d5 I can take with the queen. And this I have queen c6 check. Yeah, and this is going to be some compensation. Okay. Rook b8 is really annoying when it hits. Knight g3 is also an interesting resource that I have to watch out for. Yeah, I mean, now I have knight a3 at least. And then knight b5. Something better. Not sure. I have to speed up. That isn't actually possible. Yeah, and I won on time. It was a bit of a gamble, everything, but I think I had some compensation maybe in a blitz game. I don't know. It's tough to say. B5 is a typical idea to chip away at the B5 pawn and maybe getting something going there on the C4 square. Okay, let's play Fuchsrudel regular on the shows. I've played a lot of the Scotch. Let's do something else. So, oops. Spain. So Spain is still leading by just by 1 goal, right? Yeah, so we got a Spanish opening. Yeah, it was an absolute coincidence. Oh, what is he doing here? Am I not winning a pawn here? I think I do. Yeah, I'm taking it. Come on. Halving. Halving, is that a word? Getting rid of the bishop pair is useful. Okay, I'll take the center. Yeah, I don't know. Knight d5 is kind of. Let's take more space. The only drawback, yeah, well, it takes away many squares, but I'm giving him the d5 square, which is not so nice. Okay, yeah, I don't mind f6. Oops. Yeah, hello to Carl in the chat. He's also a regular. Hope you're doing all right. I think I'm taking this. Just to be sure that I get my pawns not blockaded. Yeah, this is useful. I've got four pawns now against 2, which is nice. F5 looks a little bit. F5 looks a bit premature. Let's not do that. If he takes e5, I'm taking d8. Ouch. Yeah, that is going to be costly. Yeah. Yeah, I know this is kind of weird, but it's just like the resulting position is such an easy win that you can actually take on d8. I mean, the bishop is like tons better than the knight, but the resulting rook ending is such an easy win that you can do it. I'm 2 pawns up, and those two f5 and e5 are just doing it. Yeah, and rook c8 mate was not really possible to prevent. Yeah, thanks for the game, Fuchsrudel. This defense, by the way, to the Rui d6, the Steinitz defense, is something that should probably be avoided. It really leads to a passive position. However, the best ways of playing against it are not that much well known, so maybe you can get away with it quite frequently. It's just that I knew exactly what to do because I recently studied it for my e4 repertoire. Okay, so I've got a challenge here by VC Chess, and I got a g3 request earlier. So let's do it. Nobody said I cannot play f4 later. Ideally, I would like to get in e4, of course. Queen e1 and e4 would be excellent. I think black setup, I'm not entirely sure, I'm not an expert at all on this, but black setup looks a little bit too conservative for me. On the other hand, you can of course argue that, well, what is the worst that could happen with black? Yeah, white might push e5 or so. And what exactly is e5? It looks like a French defense, and shouldn't be the worst French defense ever for black. Okay, what I'm doing here is maybe a little bit on the gambling or on the dicey side. I don't know. But if you play an early f4, you're kind of asking for it anyway. Okay, we have transposed to pretty much a French defense. And my space gaining moves like f4, g4, they fit in reasonably well. Yeah, even if Spain wins this match, they seem vulnerable. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really... I mean, I have no clue because I don't know how good Iran is and so on, but I think in some way it's I think what applies to chess in some way applies to many other sports. Probably. I mean, in chess, we had this dominance of the Soviet or Russian chess school for a very long time, when they simply had they had the knowledge that they accumulated over the years, and it was simply was staying inside Russia because it was mostly communicated to students, and they became the teachers and so on. And it is something that is a purely national thing. And nowadays the knowledge is somehow much easier to come by. And even if you are from a completely non-chess country, let's say, take Wesley So, he's from the Philippines, which is like completely not chess at all. I mean, he was able to get lots of knowledge via the internet. And I think even in other sports, in football, like things like, yeah, how do you structure, let's say, how do you structure training? How do you, I don't know, have proper strategy during the games? Maybe this is also something that has changed over the years, that they have a easier access from those somewhat exotic countries, especially if they do it in some kind of organized way, which is usually the Philippines had Eugene Toro, of course, he's a well-known grandmaster, but it's really difficult. You cannot compare it to whatever, Russia or former Yugoslavia or something. Yeah, while chatting away here, I'm trying to get an attack going on the king side. I'm not sure that this works, but I'm trying. I am trying. The G file is open, which is nice. Ouch, didn't see that one coming. Oh, and I didn't see that my rook hangs. It's not good. Maybe what I'm saying there about the knowledge thing is nonsense for football. I have no clue. But for chess it definitely applies. You have strong players from countries that are not traditionally strong in chess, simply because of modern media. Oh my goodness, that looks really bad. What I have here? What a bad position. Ah. Did I blunder rook? I did blunder rook. Okay. Yeah, it's been a long day, but still. I should have seen that. I'm ahead on the clock. That's the only good thing about this here. Black will fleck. That's probably true. Still a fairly terrible game. He has got g6, unfortunately. Rook g2 is kind of a funny move. He still has to work a little bit to win it. I mean, it is winning for black, but Yeah, he's got 5 seconds left. Shall I flag? I don't know. It was really slow. Come on. Okay, let's make a draw there. It really feels a bit weird to win this after I played such a terrible game. Okay, so I'm going to play one more. Is there a 3-minute challenge? Yes, Bouncy Aguila has gone for a 3-minute game, so let's do that. Bouncy. I will take it if you insist. Yeah, I will also take the bishop. So Bouncy Aguila has given me the bishop pair for not much. That's good news, but the position is still extremely solid. Oh, now he's given me the e4 square. That's really helpful. And one issue is that he will have permanent problems with his bishop on c1. Okay, you have to go back with that. Okay, so what am I doing here? Probably improve the position a little bit more. Yeah, that looks nice. I've got a good control there over the essential central squares. And I have an easy play here with the doubling on the e-file. It's hard to believe that this should work. It looks so passive. Threatening rook takes e1 here. No, I'm not actually. Okay. But that should cost some material. d3 hangs. I can still move knight e1. Oh my goodness. Somehow I did not play it in the best possible way. But what happens here? Maybe g4 he can play. He's got g4. Oh my. Oh, I played really awfully here. Yeah. Oh, I'm such an idiot. That was bad. What a bad game. And I have no time. Shoot. Come on. Nah, bishop f4 was no win. No, I don't think so. Yeah, and bouncy Gila result. I'm really winning now. G4 is dropping, but I really had such a fantastic position, and I didn't really get something good out of it. Yeah. Okay, that's the end of the show, and I hope you enjoyed it. Also, those of you who actually are in there for 3 hours, thanks for staying with me. I hope it was an enjoyable experience. I'll be back next week. I'm not really sure if we are colliding with anything particularly interesting in the World Cup. I have to check. I'm not going to do it when we have some really great match going on. We'll see what happens. Thanks a lot, and I'll be back next week. Bye bye.